Okay, so today in geometry, we started talking about sine, cosine, and tangent, and how we can use those to find missing sides of a right triangle. And we didn't get all the way through our examples, which look like this. So if you are in my class, then you need to get this sheet out, because we're going to go over some of the examples from here. And if you're not in my class, that's okay. These examples still can be valuable to you in terms of how do I set up these equations, how do I find these missing sides using sine, cosine, and tangent. Okay, so on this one is 3b, not 36. They asked me to find side length r cubed. They also gave me this angle. So in all of these, just for ease of, I don't know, trying to go with what they've given me, I'm going to use the angle that they've given me. I'm not going to change to the other angle. You could, and then it would be different, but there's not really a good reason to. So, excuse me. I'm going to go from the 63-degree angle, which means I'm going to label my sides accordingly. So if this is my 63-degree angle, one side of it is the hypotenuse and one side of it is the adjacent. So the side of it that's the hypotenuse is right here, and that makes this the adjacent side, which makes this the opposite side. Now we're only working with two sides at a time, and this time we're working with, this is the side we need, which is opposite. This is the side we have, which is hypotenuse. Okay, so that means that I'm going to use sine, because the sine of my angle is the opposite over hypotenuse. Remember, that's the definition of the sine, and since those are the two sides I'm working with, I don't need cosine, which works with adjacent and hypotenuse, or tangent, which works with opposite and adjacent. I just need the sine. Okay, so I'm going to set up my equation accordingly and use the sine. So the sine of 63 degrees is equal to the opposite over the hypotenuse. Okay, and that's my equation. Sine equals opposite over hypotenuse. The first thing I want to do with my equation is always going to be set it up as a proportion and then cross multiply. So 12.9 times sine of 63. And notice I'm not going to my calculator yet. Equals x times 1. Okay, so 12.9 times sine of 63 equals x. The question you always ask yourself here is x alone? If x is alone, then you're ready to put whatever it's equal to in your calculator. And x is alone, so I'm ready to say 12.9 times sine of 63. You'll notice it's actually the last thing I did on this calculator. And I get 11.49. So x is equal to 11.49. It's actually longer than that, but I'm rounding. And that's my missing side length.
Just find the correct cleaner.